Hello Internet video viewing world, and welcome back to Extreme PC Reviews. And today we're doing a video review on the InWin Dragon Rider full-size tower computer case. This case measures in at 556 by 239 by 578 millimeters, or that is 21.9 by 9.4 by 22.8 inches. And with this case you get the standard bag of screws, motherboard standoffs, hard drive screws and whatnot, fan screws. You also get a motherboard speaker if you want to use that. You get two rubber standoffs for the power supply, self-adhesive. You get two 8-pin CPU power extenders. You get two 3-pin to 4-pin fan converters. And for cable management, you get 4 cable ties. You get 2 cable clips, self-adhesive. You get 2 additional cable clips that push into the motherboard tray and whatnot. And you get the user manual, which is in all color. And on the front you have 5 5.25 inch drive bays, and the top doubles as a 3.5. And to remove these, all you have to do is push on this little clip right here, and it pops right out. And on the back it has a dust filter. In fact, everywhere on the front of this case, on the front bezel, there's a dust filter. Let me just pop this off, flip it around. All of the drive bays has a dust filter, and behind the InWin logo there's a dust filter, and at the bottom it has an additional 5.25 inch drive bay. And if we move down, right here there's a rubber grommet around here for the light that will light up the InWin logo. And at the bottom you see one of the many 120mm fans. And at the top of the case towards the front you see the microphone headphone jack to USB 3.0 to USB 2.0, Firewire to eSATA. You have the power LED, power switch, reset switch, hard drive activity LED. And just behind that you have room for a 120mm fan. And just behind that there's an included 120mm fan. And on the left side panel there's ventilation with an included 220mm LED fan, and there's a switch on the side here to control the LED. And if you really want to go crazy on your air cooling, you can install 6 120mm fans if you like. And at the back of the case at the top there's some ventilation along with 4 rubber grommeted holes for water cooling tubes, wires, or fingers to pass through. And on the left side of that there is the motherboard idle shield plate will go here, and an included 120mm fan here. And just below that you have 8 well ventilated expansion slots, and a bottom mounted power supply would go here with ventilation, and along with a dust filter. And on each side panel there are 4 thumb screws for easy removal. And on the right side panel, there's an included 120mm fan with ventilation, and that fan will help draw air out of the CPU area along with any air that's trapped behind the motherboard tray. And there's a kick out on the back panel along with some additional ventilation. On the inside of the left panel, there is this acoustic material here to help dampen any noise that would come from the case. And a closer look at the 220mm fan. On the motherboard tray, you're going to see some numbers. You match those numbers up with the form factor of your motherboard. And in this case, we'll take micro ATX, standard ATX, and extended ATX. Match those numbers up with the motherboard itself, and each hole has a corresponding number. You attach the motherboard standoffs to those, and it takes the guesswork out of what holes to use for your motherboard. And on the motherboard tray itself, there's a cutout for the CPU retention plate for the cooler, and this hole measures in at 6 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And to the left of the fan, there's plenty of room to run your 4-pin or 8-pin CPU power. And at the top, it is all open. And towards the front of the case of the motherboard, there are 2 cutouts for cable management. And at most, there is a 1-inch gap between the back of the motherboard tray and the side panel, so there's plenty of room to run your cables. And at the bottom of the motherboard tray, that is all open, so you can run all your power supply cables or whatnot behind the motherboard tray, and plenty of room back there as stated before. And the hard drive cage can fit 6 standard hard drives, and installing a hard drive couldn't be any easier. You take the supplied rails, stick them on either side of the hard drive, and push it in. It locks into place. And to remove it, you just press in on the rails and it slides right out. And if 6 hard drives is not enough, there is the included 5 1/4 to 3 1/2 inch drive bay, and if you could, it's also open at the front, and you can put in a fan controller, card reader, or if you're going to go old school, you can put a floppy drive in there if needed. And it also has a solid state drive sled, and that will go right above the hard drive cage here. Slides right in. And also with this are all of your hard drive rails that are in a 5 1/4 inch sled here. Holds all of your hard drive rails, and you can put them into one of the emptied 5 1/4 inch slots so you won't lose them. And this is the front of the case with the light on for the InWin logo. And this is the Dragon Rider case. And I have no problems giving this the XStreamPCReviews Awesomeness Award. And I'd like to thank you for watching the video review of the InWin Dragon Rider full-size tower computer case. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.
I can't sing for you anymore. sing for you. I can't sing for you anymore.